All right, so lifestyle continues right after this. The team is now ready for us. They are down there at the heart of Nema and of course inside the Ayawaso East constituency. King Calf, if you can hear me, tell us where you are and what's going on there.
Hey Queen B, good morning and welcome to you from Ayawaso East constituency. So behind me is the way to Mamobi. I'm on the Nima Highway right now, and ahead of me is the Nima roundabout, where if you take the first exit, you're going towards Malata, and then you're going straight down towards Circle and Star FM and all those other areas. It's a beautiful Friday morning, and I'm glad to be in this constituency. This constituency is very heavily populated. About 120,000 people live here, and since 1992, it has been a virtual no-go area for the MPP. So the NDC has held on to this seat since 92. And we will find out whether the situation will change this year. There's a gentleman who is on my left right now, and I want to bring him into the shots right now. Benjamin, good morning.
Good morning, Kathy.
You are live on GH1 TV.
Thank you very much.
And you sir Benjamin Nabila.
Yes.
And you are for?
Zongo for NDC, Communication
Zongo
Office.
for
NDC.
Okay. What exactly does that mean?
Well, Zongo for NDC is a political organization that has been organized or formed to garner votes for the National Democratic Congress. The founder is His Excellency Ambassador Said Sinari, that is Ghana ambassador to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So he founded this group to mobilize support from the Zongo communities nationwide to make sure that the NDC is solid on the ground in the Zongo communities and that we will be able to mass up the maximum vote that we want to max up for NDC and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Ben, how long has the Zongo for NDC been in existence?
I should say it's almost 2 years now. It's almost 2 years now since it was formed. You know, it used to be Zongo for Mahama, and then we have to come up with this group, Zongo for NDC, in the sense that NDC has done a lot for the Zongo communities. And one of the most important things that NDC did for Zongo community is for NDC to pick a Zongo boy to make him the flag bearer of the party. And by God's grace, today the Zongo boy is now the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. So Zongo for NDC is going to support NDC after John Mahama has even exited or has finished his term in office. So it's not going to be Zongo for Mahama, but Zongo is going to be there for NDC up to generation to come.
Do you know Mr. Martin Amidou?
I do.
Mr. Martin Amidou says Ghanaians should vote out Mr. Mahama's government because he has not been strong on corruption. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, he has that is his own mind. He is free. This is a democracy. That is his judgment. So if he thinks that the government, John Mahama, hasn't done enough, that is up to him. But the majority of Ghanaians know what the presidents have done. If you look at someone who is determined to fight corruption, then I think it is John Mahama. We've seen what happened during MPP time. Kufuor said he wouldn't name and shame anybody in his government, because if he does that, it is going to affect his government. If anyone is found culpable of misappropriating any fund, the person is brought to book, the money are being refunded. This is someone who is fighting corruption, and then Martin Amidi will come out to say that this is a man who is not ready to fight corruption. I don't get it. I think what Martin Amidi is doing is out of bitterness and out of frustration. Simple.
Do you think the money from Woyome will be retrieved?
Of course, it will be retrieved. You know, this is a democracy. And it is not the military era. And the president once said that he wished if he were to be in the military era, he would have walked in, grabbed Wyoming, and then take the money. But we are under a dispensation of the rule of law.
Why is it taking so long for us to find this money?
Well, then we have to ask the court. We have to ask the court. But I believe that now there has been a consensus. And the consensus that has been entered in by the Attorney General and then Wyoming's lawyers and Wyoming himself is to pay the money. And I believe that we all know that they have already paid 4 million Ghana cedi out of the 51 million. So it's a gradual process. It doesn't take a day to retrieve the money. So once an attempt has been made and the money has, at least some portion of it have have been paid. And this was something that was agreed on by the two parties with the concession of the court. So I don't see the problem over here.
Do you not think that Mr. Martin Amidu is justified in raising questions about this whole, where the money is and where the money has gone? And, next week, if everything goes on as Mr. Martin Amidu expects, he will be grilling him one-on-one. Don't you think he's justified in his requests?
Kafi, one thing we have to understand is that NDC government did not just go into the coffers, pick the money, and then give it to Wyoming. It was a judgment that was given. And based on that judgment, that was where the money was given. And after an appeal, they said that Wyoming is not entitled for the money. So we have to pass through, we have to use the same process to retrieve them, to retrieve it. So if Martin Amidu is raising so many issues about it, I don't get it. I don't see anything going on. I don't even get it. I don't get it.
Ben, let's talk about the Zongos now. What has the NDC done for the Zongos?
A lot. One of it is what I have enumerated earlier on. The fact that NDC has made the Zongo people proud by picking someone from the Zongo community.
Does that take away the problems that are in the Zongo, sanitation issues, lack of jobs? Pride does not give you jobs.
I'm coming to that. This street that we are standing on, I mean, the last time this street was touched was way back 30 years during the Achampon time. Under the era of the NDC, this road has been asphalted. This is what has been done for the Zongo community. NDC was the one who introduced the Islamic Educational Unit. Formerly, the Islamic education were not regarded or were not considered into the curriculum. NDC have inculcated that into the curriculum. And that is something that we have to be grateful to the NDC.
Your political opponents are talking about the Zongo Development Fund. Is your Zongo for NDC a knee-jerk reaction? You are afraid of the kind of impact that the Zongo Development Fund from the MPP may have for the people of Ghana?
Well, they need to explain to us what they mean by Zongo Development Fund. Because when you talk of Zongo, Zongo is not boxed in one area or one place that you can say that this is a fund that we are going to give you to. Let's take it Nima for you to do a developmental work. Zongo is scattered all across. We have over, if I'm not mistaken, over 500 Zongo communities. So how are they going to implement this Zongo Development Fund? What we are saying is that you don't need to put something on the books. You need to see someone who is already doing something for the Zongo community. And the NDC have shown faith in the Zongo community, and they are already implementing it. As we speak now, NDC is going to introduce Islamic Arabic studies into the curriculum. So that if you get to the secondary school as a French is an optional subject, or we have CRS, Arabic is going to be an optional subject in secondary school, where the Zongo people will also be able to gain knowledge, so that we can communicate in the Arabic that we used to, wherever we find ourselves in the Arab world.
Is it just not a ploy to get votes?
Kafi, we've already started with the Islamic Education Unit. As we speak now, we have the first Islamic Training College. So what do you need again? This is a government that is already doing it. We don't need someone to come and give us develop. What is it going to develop in Zongo?
All right, Benjamin, thank you so much. In case you just joined us, we are in the heart of the Ayawaso East constituency on the Nima Highway, and I'm interacting with people who live in this constituency. The gentleman who just went by is Ben Nabela. He's from Zongo for NDC. Let me speak to other people. Are there any MPP people in this place at all?
They'll be hiding.
If they are serious, they'll come. What makes you think the MPP is not serious here?
They already know they are losing the election, so they have no message for the group of Ayawaso East. As I'm speaking to you now, I am the constituency chairman for the National Democratic Congress.
And your name is?
My name is General Olabode Williams. Chairman 1, precisely.
Do you not think that your party may be suffering from complacency? You think that everything has been cooked and Ghanaians are just going to bring you back into power? Is that not a danger?
Thank you very much for giving this opportunity. Let me tell you emphatically, we are not going to be complacent in this election. We are going to work before, during, and after the election. And we'll make sure every corner, every branch of the constituency will be won by the NDC. Therefore, we are not being complacent at all. We are working. We are still working. That is why now, as you can see, most of our people are here because we are seriously working on the ground. And we know, by the grace of Allah, we are going to retain this power in 2016. For sure.
What has your MP done for this constituency? Nasser Mahama Ture.
Master, we have three MPs who are gone. The current MP, Mahama Nasser Ture, is splendid. Is fantastic.
What has he done?
Master, today as I'm speaking to you, he started providing an ambulance to the Nima government clinic, for which for some years they were not having. If you go there now, he has lobbied for an expansion of the infrastructure there. Go to the Medina station. For over 40 years, it was abandoned by previous leaders. Today, Maknaza has been able to put it in better shape. Go to the Ashama station, it has been put in better shape. Go to Nuria, Maknaza has put everything in better shape. Today, as I speak to you, there is a gutter, big gutter, linking Newtown and Nima. He has constructed a bridge linking Newtown and Nima. He has built a 3-unit classroom block and fenced the place. He has brought almost our 15 tricycles to our youth in the community. He has sent most of the youth to aviation security, about 34 in my community. He has at least supported 344 needy Barbarian students in my community. In fact, as for the MP, you go to the interland, go to the community and ask. They will tell you he has already won the election. He has already won the election. Based on his achievement, today we are getting water in Nima through the efforts of Maknaza. Today, the schools in Nima, he has provided with furniture, tables, uniforms to our children, and that is what we want an MP to be doing. Let me tell you emphatically, when he took over the mantle of this community as MP, he has drawn up a program together with the council executives. Today, Maknaza has excelled, Maknaza has done well, and we hope and believe by the grace of Almighty Allah, he is going to be retained. In the last election, he won by the difference of 18,000. This time around, under my administration as chairman, we are going to increase the number. The gap is going to be over 30,000, inshallah.
Everywhere we go, and we go to a constituency every day. We've been to Ashaiman, we've been to Trobu, we've been to Ododiodio, we've been to Ayawaso, different, so many constituencies. Most people are talking about jobs. Jobs. What is the situation here in Ayawaso East?
Let me tell you emphatically, even though there are challenges with job opportunities, but the hospitals we are building, are we not creating jobs? The schools John Mama is building, is it not creating jobs? Even my community, the MP has been able to at least secure 34 chances for civil aviation security at the airport. Today, he has bought tricycles, empowering the youth in my community. Today, go to the market and see the number of youth who at least he has supported financially, and they are doing their own jobs. So as for the job, nobody can come and lie to us and say we are not creating jobs. At least we are doing our best. The government is doing its best. Maknaza is doing its best in the community.
Let's talk about peace and security. The police have designated this particular constituency and others as a flashpoint constituency. What do you make of that? It's a place that is likely to spill over in violence if care is not taken.
Nima or Ayawaso.
Are you referring to the incident, the near clash between NDC and NPP supporters at Nanado's place?
I don't want to comment on that.
Were you in that route march?
I was even at the point, but I don't want to comment on that.
But I want to hear what actually happened.
I don't want to comment on that.
But we want to hear.
The police are handling the issue. Let them handle the issue.
What happened, though?
My party has already given the directive that, and there was a press conference by the regional and national executives pertaining that incident. It's rather unfortunate. I don't want to go there. But let me tell you, Ayawaso is a peaceful area. Since 1992, we have not been fighting among ourselves because we know very well we have interrelations. But what happened is rather unfortunate. That is why I'm saying I don't want to comment. But I'm assuring you.
Did your guys provoke the other people?
I don't want to comment on that. But what I want to say is that I believe and hope there is not going to be any problem in East Ayawaso because we know very well the NDC is going to win the election massively. And I've been going around advising my people. Like, look, election is not about violence. Election is not about insulting one another. It's about peaceful election. So let us go to the polls. Let us choose the right candidate. The right candidate, I believe, is John Mama and Maknaza. And for that matter, I want to assure you, GH1, that there's going to be peace in this election before, during, and after the events.
I thank you very much. So, well, a few voices from the Ayawaso East constituency, right on the Nima Highway, Beiswa, and hopefully we'll get back to you before the show ends.
Halfway Day, thank you very much. Interesting conversation. Definitely we'll get back to you for some more updates from that area. But keep those concerns coming through to all our social media platforms. So the Ayawaso East constituency, I think it starts all the way from the Star FM area, the Nima police station area, through the Kanda area, Kaukudi. So if you find yourself in all of these areas, share with us what your concerns are, what those real issues that are affecting you as a constituent in that area are, and we'll share that with the rest of the world as well as the authorities. And let's see what's the latest with Kafui. King Kaf.
Hey, Queen B, so we have gone further up the Nima Highway. We are in the market area and it's very busy. I'm loving the smells of spices and ginger
are you
and
smelling,
dawa and all kinds of beautiful things.
Are you smelling momone?
Oh, great stuff. Great,
Stinking
stuff.
fish.
It's a mix of beautiful smells. And look, I have three people here I want to introduce to you. So, and two of them have lived here almost all their lives. Hello.
Hi.
Tell us who you are.
My name is JJ Mensah.
Okay, so JJ is a schools coordinator. I also have a communicator here with me. Please tell us who you are, sir.
My name is Baba Seidu.
Okay, so Baba Seidu works with the MPP, and just across the street we have the MPP office. I'm sure my man will let you see exactly what the office is. Right there, just across the street is the MPP office. And then next to Baba, yes, sir.
Francis Jima.
Okay, and Francis, what do you do?
I'm a driver, commercial driver.
Okay, so Francis is a driver, Nima Accra, that's his route. Let me first of all start off with Baba. So we spoke with the MPP, NDC representatives, and they are very confident that they are going to win this seat again. They are talking about Zongo for NDC and achievements that their parliamentary candidate has achieved. Now, your parliamentary candidate is not Muslim, and a lot of people are thinking that may work against you. Mr. Mreku will not be able to get the Zongo votes in this constituency.
The NDC chairman got it wrong entirely. If he's a Christian, and so what? The people are talking about things that would benefit them. It's not about religion. It's not about tribalism. We have gone past that stage. What is the people benefiting in this constituency? Since 1992, the people of Nima continuously voted for the NDC.
Talked about schools, they talked about various things. This road, they say it's an NDC achievement.
This road has been here since Kwame Nkrumah.
They say the surfacing is an NDC achievement.
That's not true. I mean, for God's sake, somebody comes and he tied the road and you think that is an achievement. It is not. In any case, we are talking about 200 schools. The president promised 200 schools. And since 1992, the Nima has been the stronghold of the NDC. We don't have one in this constituency. And you think that is an achievement?
Let me speak to some of the residents here. So, JJ, you've been living here all your life. Yes. You have seen Nima from that time till today. Yeah. Changes?
There's not been any changes. So, for me, I believe I'm a progressive citizen of this country. So I believe that in a community there should be recreational facilities and all. When I was a little kid, we had Dunia Cinema. Today, the last time I took a walk, entered the Dunia Cinema, and I was told that it's being demolished. Why? Because apparently some people have bought the property. So this is like just one recreational facility that the community is supposed to have, and it's being sold. And there's nothing. We don't have any recreational facilities. There's not even a place that young people can go and sit down and, you know, meet each other and socialize. There's nothing like that. So there's no development.
Let me speak to the driver. Francis, so you use the roads. You are a driver. Yeah. Tell me the condition of your life.
Oh, my life is not good for me. See, first, insurance. I'm a commercial driver, so I have to talk about how we operate. First, our insurance is 70 Ghana. This government has increased it to almost 450 Ghana. It's too much. If our lances, first, if you have 1.5, you can do lances. But now it's almost 1,005. It's too much. The situation is too much. So the government have to sit up and do something.
What exactly do you want them to do? Apart from the license and the insurance, what else can they do for you?
This thing is policy. You understand me? It's policy. So the government have to put in policy which will favor the citizen. You see, the policy is too high. It's too high. So they have to do something. We are suffering. Also, we are suffering. Nothing is going on.
Nima has almost the same kind of reputation as Ashaiman. I was in Ashaiman last Friday. Today I'm at Nima. And those who don't live here think this is a very violent place where people fight at the least opportunity. What do you have to say to people who are watching you right now?
But here we don't fight. Yeah, since I was we don't fight. It's just argument, like parliament. We just argue.
So Nima is like parliament.
Yeah, we just argue, then we leave. We don't fight. We don't fight.
Listen, Baba, for a week now, people have been talking about that clash that was averted at Nanado's residence. By the way, this is the constituency where Nanado and Dr. Abamia both live. Yes. What can you say about that clash?
I would say it's an unfortunate thing. We least expected that. On a weekly basis, each time we had our kick feet, every Monday, we have various representatives, both from the NDC and the MPP. We go and we meet the police commander who would schedule. This week, NDC will be at this route. And then MPP will be in that week. The following week, it will change. On the incident, that very day, NPP was scheduled to be at Nima West. That's where Nanado is. And NDC was scheduled to be at Nima East. That is towards Kanda. Unfortunately, we found them on that street. What do they want? What is their business there? But I can tell you, it is an orchestrated thing, because the people are getting to understand, the people of Nima, the youths, are getting to understand that the NDC is taking them for a ride. That when you come on our weekly basis, I would invite you this weekend, Sunday, just come and have a look at the number of youth that were in NDC and have joined the NPP. Why? Because the president is talking about development. The 200 schools, they don't deserve one. That Zongo Development Fund. When NPP was in power, they were paying Muslim tutors, imams, and when John Mahama came to power, he cut it off. We are saying that we are going to restore that.
All right, let me just speak to you. Just welcome to the show. This is GH1 TV live, and your name and what you do, sir.
My name is Peter Miriku, the NPP parliamentary candidate for Ayawaso East.
You are the one who wants to unseat Mr. Ture.
Yes, I am the one.
What are your chances? This is a seat that has been held since '92 by the NDC. It's almost no hope for you, according to some of the posters.
Well, that's what they mind. Everybody's entitled to his or her opinion. That's their mind. They say it's no hope for me. That's what they think. But I have hope in the seat. I know I am going to take this seat for the first time in this constituency.
Why do you think you can be the parliamentary candidate for the NPP?
The people of Nima need a voice. We have never had a voice before. Listen, go to the Parliament House, go through the Hansards, go through everything from 1992 to today. Listen to the members of Parliament that we've had in Nima. Who has been fighting for us? Have you heard anything? Somebody who can speak for them. Somebody who will make sure the national cake, they will get their piece here. There's nothing happening here. Go around, go and look at the youth, go and look at the boys, the development. This is in the city. Nima is in the city, in the hub of the city. It should have been one of the developed constituencies in this country. But no, it's because we don't have a voice. That's it.
JJ, you've been living here. I mean, if you have any questions you want to ask the parliamentary candidate, he wants to go into parliament to represent you. Do you have anything you want to ask him?
Yes, I would like to know what are the first 3 things that you would like to implement when you come into power.
Pretty good question.
Well, I am looking at modernizing our educational infrastructure in this community. With the policies here, I'm looking at lifting up our healthcare centers that we have here. That is true. And I'm looking at working together with the people here, building a solid relationship with the people in this community where we don't have it. Decentralizing the administration, working down with the people, opinion leaders, chiefs, and all the community, the people living in the community, including her. Her voice will be listened to. There are going to be forums, there are going to be meetings together with them. Times are going to be made that we meet all of them and talk. This is what I'm bringing into the community, which we've never had.
Let me ask the driver what question he will ask you. Francis, please come. So, this gentleman, Mr. Miriku, wants to go to parliament to represent you, who have been living here your whole life. Any questions you want to ask him?
Please, I want to ask him what about the Nima market and the drivers.
The Nima market is a lot of We're looking at developing the market. We're looking at bringing the market up to standard. Recently, I want to light up the market. The people of the market came to me. I didn't go to them. They came to me. The place is dark. They've been pushing for it for many years to light it up for them. Nothing happened. They came to me. They spoke to me. I put up the light there. I'm going to work together with them. The drivers, I'm meeting up with the drivers. We'll meet up together. Their concerns, what they have, what their concerns.
If the MPP comes into power, Ayawaso East will also get $1 million. You've heard that promise, haven't you? JJ, what do you make of that promise?
Well, I do not have anything to say about that. I don't know if it is realistic or not. I don't know for sure if the MPP will be able to, because, I mean, is it the whole Ghana? Because there are lots of constituencies.
It's $1 million per constituency.
Yes, so I don't know. I don't know if it's realistic.
You heard his things you do in the first 3 things you do. Are you convinced by the plans that Mr. Mreku has for where you live?
Well, okay, so I have a confession. I personally voted for President Mahama in the initial...
in 2012. In 2012.
Yes, in 2012. I believe in change. So I believe that the NPP should also be given a chance. The other doctor, he has been an MP for this constituency for a long time, even when I was in basic school. And I believe up till now he is still the MP. So if there's no change, let's give somebody else a change. Maybe somebody else has the passion to make something else happen.
We must say that we've extended an invitation to the parliamentary candidate for the NDC, Nasser Mahama Toure. We've only spoken to his representatives. He himself has not been able to make it here. Francis, what he said, I mean, are you convinced?
Yeah, I'm convinced. By the grace of God, maybe if he can power, he can do something for the community. I'm convinced.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything else anybody wants to say? You have spoken to before. I haven't spoken to you. You please come. You want to react? Let me get the reactions first.
Thank you very much for once again giving me the opportunity. I believe what this lady is saying for me is a fallacy. She's talking about the junior cinema. The junior cinema doesn't belong to the government. It belongs to a private person. And he believes he wants to transform the place. So what do you want the government to do? That is one thing. And she's talking about the market. Who did the market? Was it not done under Macnaza, the MP?
Which market?
The Equus market here, the payment block. Who put it there? Was it not the MP for the area?
JJ wants to respond.
I want to respond. So when I spoke about the junior cinema, I wasn't pinpointing the government to bring the junior cinema down. What I am saying is that as a government, when you are in power, you need to be concerned about the development of the people. The personal development of the people. So what I am saying is that there is no recreational facility in the community.
Probably you are not here in Nima. We have a facility, at the culture center there, where people go, come and I'll go and show you, where people go and have their recreation there. So what are you talking about? The culture park. People go there.
So what are the programs? And so what are the programs? What are the awareness? How many people, like if we call first 5 people over here, do they know about this culture one?
These are questions that we'll get answers to. I need to get back to the studio and we'll come back to you on this end. So it's getting hot here, but I need to go, Mr. Mreku.
No, you don't have to go.
My producer is my God, and my God is saying move. So we are going back to the studio. We'll come back shortly. This is GS Today, live in the Ayawaso East constituency. Back to you, Beswa.
We haven't seen anything, no development.
And just a quick message. This one says that those of you who thought that Nima and Ashaiman are troublesome towns don't really know much about these two areas, because Ashaiman and Nima, they are peaceful towns, loving people in these communities with much respect and no hatred at all, no fighting, because we all are from Okorowanta Zongo Parliament. All right, so that is a message coming from you. You didn't put your name to it. It's just about wrapping up time.
But friendly, and they are basically arguing about who has done more for the community of Ayawaso East. I want to see if I can ask a few people. Boss, come. You want to say? All right, yes, sir. So how are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Who are you voting for?
I'm voting for New Patriotic Party.
Why?
Why? Because of what Akufo-Addo is saying, with what Peter Mreku is saying. I know he can do something for our children, for the future of Ghana. That's why I love our people.
Thank you very much. Yes, sir. So, tell me.
My name is Osman Ilyas.
Osman, salam alaikum.
Walaikum salam. I saw you on television before I came here.
Thank you.
I saw my uncle Ola saying about NDC. Nima is not for any party. Nima, we are now changing our life. We are voting for Nana Akufo-Addo.
Since 92, Nima has been for NDC.
Since 92, we have been for NDC, and we don't know what NDC has done to Nima. He's saying about our MP, McNaza, he done well. I salute him.
All right, well, we're going to wrap this conversation up very much. It's very, very, very vigorous. Hello, sir. How are you? Okay. Listen, I'm going to hand over back to you, Beswa and AJ in the studio, because it's really, really interesting here.
I can
but
see.
I'm enjoying myself.
I can
so
see.
You have your NDC guys here and your MPP people, and it's all a mixture of symbols. From a very busy Nima Highway in the Ayawaso East Constituency. This is Scafui Day, sending you right back to the studio.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend.
Of course, stay safe, King Cav. Hope to have you back in one piece. Well, that's a wrap on our show today.